Hello everyone, this is Ali. I have tried recording this a few times and I've recorded it with video and I've recorded it this way and that, and I don't know. I've never released it because I keep on rethinking it, and it's not even a big deal, it's just an update. But things change. So now I'm just sitting in bed with my dog very snoozy by my side, and I am talking into my phone, which is not the preferred setup for recording audio for my podcast, but here we are. It's been a really long time. The last episode I released on the podcast was about 4 months ago, and usually I do an update at the end of the year and I try and let people know what's going on, and I haven't even done any social media stuff. And I just wanted to let everyone know that I am still here. Saltgrass is still here, and we will be continuing on. And I have some new episodes that are very ready to come and visit you, however you listen. And they will be coming in the next couple of weeks. We're almost there. I've been working on them for, almost 9 months now with some researchers from RMIT, and it's all about the housing crisis and how that intersects with sustainability. There's some really interesting things happening in our local community about housing and finding housing solutions. And so it's going to be 3 episodes. It's been a great process working with these two researchers from RMIT. And it's been a big process. So I started working with them mid last year, and we put on an event. Well, they put it on an event and I recorded it. And I've been with their sort of guidance because it's not really my field, housing. We've sort of brainstormed who I should talk to in the local community and what to cover and stuff like that. And it's been really interesting. There's just heaps going on with this, and some of it's really cool and creative, and there's a lot of consideration of fairness and justice in that equation for a lot of people. And yeah, there's some great minds thinking on it and acting on it. So look out for those episodes. They'll be coming in the next few weeks. And then I've got 2 episodes about activism. So some local folk here did an action in a bank, one of the major banks in Australia, the National Australia Bank, and they did a very peaceful, non-violent protest, just trying to draw attention to the fact that banks are still investing in fossil fuels. And after a long campaign of trying to communicate with the bank via letter writing and other stuff. And so they had gotten to a point where they decided that they wanted to take a bit of a stronger stance, and they allowed themselves to get arrested by the police, which then led to a court case. And the court case just happened earlier this year. So I had to sit down and chat with those guys about what they'd been doing, why they'd done it, and why it's important. And so that will be another 2 episodes. So we've got 5 episodes coming out shortly, and they're all going to sit within season 5 of the podcast. So that is what most of last year was. And then we'll be starting season 6 of Saltgrass. We'll be going on a bit of a journey together because I am going to be releasing content that I collected pretty much 2 years ago when I went on a big trip over to Western Australia with a group of citizen scientists and ecologists who are volunteering their time to do surveys of the flora and fauna of desert areas in Australia. And the group is called Desert Discovery. So we're going to have a whole season, like about 20 episodes of content from that trip. Before I went with them, I had never been to Western Australia. I'd never been right out into the desert. We drove for long hours across the Nullarbor down on the southern coast of Australia, from Victoria all the way across to Western Australia. And that's actually hopefully going to be really fun. And I've got lots of photos and lots of interviews with the people who are there. So there's lots of discussion about the flora and fauna that they're studying, but also a little bit of a chat about, why they would choose to travel hundreds of kilometres, thousands of kilometres to get there and take part in this thing, and what the group is and the history of the group and all this stuff. And I hope you're going to enjoy that. So we're going to move away from local content for a little while and take a bit of a journey. So all that's coming, and I'm excited to share it with you all. And then there is some other Saltgrass news that I haven't really put on social media, and I feel like I should have, and now it feels like it's old news, but it's still exciting. Saltgrass has received some awards. One of them I think I posted about last year, which was the Community Broadcasting Award, which is a beautiful, very special to me award because it's from the community broadcasting sector in Australia, and Saltgrass won Best Talks. So very happy to have that one. Very excited to have received that award. And then also at almost exactly the same time, Saltgrass received an award from the Tomorrow Awards. They celebrate organizations and businesses that are trying to make a difference in terms of the climate crisis and basically just making our world better. I think I just got a bit overwhelmed like late last year. And so I didn't really announce that one on social media or anything. So I'll do a bit of a post about all of this on the socials. But I just wanted to tell you guys who are listening that we won a couple of awards, which is really cool. The Tomorrow Awards one felt pretty great because I feel like that's actually, it's a recognition of how Saltgrass is amplifying the stories of my local town and how important that is. But it's also a celebration of the stories of this town. I feel like it's because there are so many people doing so many amazing things that the podcast can be so diverse and so interesting and have so many different voices on it. And so, yeah, it feels like a bit of an award to share with my whole community, the Tomorrow Awards one. So that's a nice one to get. I think that's all the major news. Anyway, thanks for listening to Saltgrass and being interested in what my community is doing, and stay tuned for the upcoming episodes.